Okay. Hello, my beautiful people. Today we'll be doing what if Dick was an angel. Sorry if I sound rash. This is my third take. No, fourth or fifth. Anyway, so Dick won't be born an angel or be a fallen angel. Just want to get that out there. He will be a human who develops a quirk, but he will have some inhuman abilities when he's younger than 1 second. Anyway, sorry. So you start to think Dick was born. When he's born slightly, what's the best word to describe it? Like on his back, and a waist. It looks like feathers, beautiful white feathers. Now as he grows up, they start to bud into wings, and eventually, by the age of 4, he has a fully fleshed out quirk. People just think he has a flying quirk, something similar to Hawks, but he has a lot more things. So, Inko Midoriya doesn't think much of going to the quirk doctor, but still does it to check if there's any horrible side effects, or if it's or how the quirk works, so he doesn't, misinterpret it, because Inko definitely knows he wants to become a hero. So, they go. Quirk doctor tells them that his quirk is unlike anything that they've ever seen. They deduce that by the time he's what is his canon age in the anime? I think it's like 16. 15. 15. By the time he's at the age of 15, he'll be able to travel at the speed of light. Of course, this will be only for brief seconds, because if not trained, yes, that is not trained. He should also be able to be strong enough to at least lift a car at his age right now, or when the quirk later kicks in. They also deduce that he has some kind of emitter quirk. They're unsure of what it does and what it is, but they believe it's something similar to Shinso's mind control. And finally, 1 second. Anyway, sorry. His final thing, he seems to have this aura. It can calm even the darkest souls, and it can guide people as a natural ability from his body, basically like an aura. Yeah, that's what I mean. Anyway, so we skip to when he gets to school and he's telling everyone about his quirk. Mind you, right now he only has about, let's say, 4 wings. Actually, 6 wings. 2 of them covering his feet, the other 2 covering his chest, and the last 2, he flies with them. Something similar to a biblically epic angel, except all the eyes are closed, because he's only right now a child. So obviously he'll gain somewhat of an intimidation when he grows older. He also displays shape-shifting. 1 second. So when Bakugo's bragging about her quirk, she starts noticing that people go to Deku. And Deku starts talking about his quirk and what he thinks he's able to do. When he tries to say, when he's speaking to Bakugo, he changes into Bakugo's mother and starts telling him in her own voice that she shouldn't be mean. But once Deku says Bakugo's name and he realizes it, he changes back. The teachers notice this and 1 second. So anyway, he starts talking about it, and no one actually knows what his fate, why his wings cover him, but he says it's always been like that. Anyway, so after he tells Bakugo off and shapeshifts, he goes back and the teachers notice this. They call Inko. Also, sorry if it sounds like I'm repeating myself. It's because I've paused and I forget because sometimes they take long to move. Yeah. So yeah, I'll make this video 20 minutes, not 25 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So they call Inko. She doesn't know about this because the doctor didn't tell her that his mutation part of his quirk could shapeshift him. They just bunch it into his quirk and they're still researching his DNA because it is actually extremely unique. He's the only person on the entire planet that doesn't actually have the XY chromosomes. You know those things that control his gender? Yeah, he does not have any of those. Wait, doesn't that mean Deku's not a boy? Well, no, but technically yes. He just has boy. He just is a boy. Just that he doesn't have human traits. It was also revealed in an X-ray that all the wings on him have complex neural systems, as if that they were always there. Similar how I think his name's Sanji. Yeah, Sanji can move. His tail became a part of him, his wings. But they also noticed that there is nerves similar to those of the wings. Oh, wait, something really bad just happened. Let me just check. No, wait, sorry. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I think I was talking about something about Deku's quirk. Oh yeah. So yeah, he's very unique. He's so inhuman, in fact, that his bones, late after extensive study, that almost every single one of his bones have an atomic density, are so dense that not even being absorbed by a black hole. I don't know what is the neutron energy level thing that a black hole creates when it crashes something, but whatever it is, yeah, it will take what's like a very high number to the power of a bunch of random E's dots. Yeah, I basically just broke their super. I basically just but the supercomputers crash from the numbers. So yes, if he had one for all, he'd be invincible with it. 1 second. Anyway, so yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, so yeah, they discovered that a couple weeks later. So yes, we now will be doing a massive time skip. Sorry. All the way to, where's the best spot? That the beginning of the anime, basically. So it's been a while since I've done this. So yeah, it's the start of the anime. They do that whole, I know you all want to be heroes thing, which everyone actually does. So yes. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit about how Deku's aura affects living beings. Essentially, nothing will ever want to hurt him, except like actual villains, because you understand what I mean? He can ease pain to a huge level, and he can heal, but he can't fix the brain. If someone is mentally deranged, they are mentally deranged. He cannot heal that, because that is actual damage to the mental system, not like pain or sadness. You cannot ease something that creates that is on the brain, because that is already another level of the brain itself. I get, you could say, so essentially, he can't fix smooth brain. Smooth brain will always be smooth brain. Actually, he can't fix if you're, never mind. He can't fix diseases that create the brain, like cause it to be, I guess, stupid. But he can't like repair the damage that has been done to the brain, because he cannot, his quirk does not allow him to fix a person's personality. So essentially, if it only really affects people, the best way to do it is to have him and a other person with a really good healing quirk, or a professional doctor. Anyway, start of anime, yada yada, heals thingy. Bakugo doesn't do his charade thing, because he's a lot more calmer. Like, he's actually chill and not angry at all, at everything for 24/7. So yeah, he does still yell that he will get into year A. When they say Deku, everyone doesn't question it. From what he does, they know that he is godly, and that actually makes, because it makes sense. He's indestructible, because they know that he's indestructible. Before, his aura was powerful enough to calm Bakugo's horrible personality. He used to try and attack Deku, and one time, when they were on the field trip, Bakugo launched Deku straight into a construction site, and the entire thing collapsed. Obviously, Bakugo's hands were burning, because he put so much effort into it. Firstly, he knocked into metal and it bent. And then that entire 400 meter tall frame of a building fell on him. It fell on him. And he's still alive to tell the tale with no injuries. He didn't even flinch. When the heroes and doctors arrived, they just saw this 8-year-old break metal without any effort. It was as if he just ripped. 1 second, let me just think. It was as if he had a 1,000-degree knife through butter. And yes, he was so powerful that he actually opened a dome, like full on metal condensed into even stronger metal, and he still bent it. So yeah, that also shows his strength. By the way, this is like quirk-proof metal. You know the metal that they use for the quirk handcuffs? Yeah, just to get the perspective of it, he couldn't even use his quirk because it was made in such a way that this was gonna be like a new base of operations for some really rich hero agency. So it is made out of almost entirely quirk-proof metal, along with diamond bracing. Yeah, I don't know. They really look. Macadamia seems like it's a really rich place, so I could imagine diamond bracing being a thing. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah. So now his appearance is gonna be much different from them in canon, because obviously he grew up with a different body. He has 14 wings. So that's like 6 on his legs, 2 on his head, 4 on his arms, and 2 on his back. And they actually and on the 2 that cover his face, there are these eyes on the edges of them. Actually, no, just one eye on each end of the wing. He also released this. It also looks like he glows. Anyway, so Bakugo doesn't throw his notebook, and he's not a complete nerd, but he does know nearly everything about the world that he can access. So basically everything except like government documents, quirks, villain quirks that aren't documented, hero quirks, heroes that he doesn't know about. Basically, he knows everything about the subject. Godlike intelligence, of course. And yeah, that's about it. So when he does the shortcut thing, even though he can't instantly get home, he still knows that if he's caught flying, even for a second, if he flies like that, when he gets home, everything behind him would have probably turned to ash from him breaking the sound barrier. Like literally, people's eardrums would explode, fire would be in the air. Basically, a lot of bad things would happen because he can't control the exact speed yet. And by the way, that's only that, and he's not actually able to travel that fast yet. He has been training his quirk also, but not as much as you'd think for him to travel that fast. So, sludge villain thing happens. Sludge villain goes, "Hey kid, I want your body." He doesn't question it. He just kind of stands there. Sludge villain attacks him. He does nothing. Sludge villain tries to take over him. Goes completely in him, like everything. Deku doesn't flinch. Then he speaks. "Are you done yet?" Like, "Are you done yet?" In a completely non-shocked way. The sludge villain actually can't control him. Then Deku spits him out. All of him at once. And he says in a menacing tone, "My turn." He raises his hand and the sludge villain forms into a human-esque shape. 1 second. So yeah, he does his thing, and he pummels the sludge villain, cause he fixed the quirk, cause the quirk is just genetics or genes, and since he knows everything about genetics, he fixes the quirk and proceeds to beat the hell out of sludge villain. I actually think the sludge villain can become a human, like most people say. So obviously, he does become into like an actual person. Yeah, he gets pummeled and is left back as he was. Just before Deku leaves, All Might comes and just, "I am here." It kind of and that in part was because he got scared of Deku's appearance. Deku turns around, and All Might has chills going down his back, and as Deku says, "Do not be afraid." Anyway, so yeah. Yeah. So, Deku sees the bottle and puts 1 to 1, and instantly he packs the sludge villain into the bottle. He says, and he says, "Is this what you wanted?" In a calm voice. All Might is so confused on what's happening, and he just immediately thinks, this kid, he beat this villain like it was nothing. He even, it's like he read my mind. He's terrifying. Standing here makes me want to grovel for my life. And this is actually what he's feeling. Because if you were to see what Deku looks like, you'd probably be hella afraid. Deku says, "I will heal you." And All Might forgets for a second what he meant, and as Deku points at his chest, he starts glowing with a kind of like a green beam goes onto the wound as his shirt becomes see-through, and the wound starts closing up. You can even see that his stomach is glowing green as his organs are being fixed. Deku actually reroutes his body to be more efficient on how his quirk works, and even enhances One for All, noticing extremely dormant abilities that weren't unlocked because of how the first user of it thought it worked. So he unlocks One for All. He somewhat frees the shackles that One for All had, and he increases All Might's time back to his prime. There was a downside to this, however, because One for All was literally the quirk that defeated Off One, and Deku isn't. And since Deku is still learning, he kinda gets tired, which is literally this is one of the only times I say he actually gets tired. 1 second. Yeah. He won't. This is the only time he's actually used his healing power to completely rebuild and reroute someone's body. He now, All Might now feels this new rush of energy, and thanks Izuku many times over. 1 second. So yeah, he thanks him very much, saying, "Thank you, young Midoriya. Thank you, young Midoriya. I see this is the greatest thing that I've ever got, that a person could have done for me. How would you like to obtain One for All? What's that? It's a quirk that has been passed on for many generations, and it's stockpiled energy and power. And I am the, what user was he? I think Dick was the 9th. I'm the 8th user of One for All. Toshin All Might. So, how do you like this quirk? Well, I guess I'd say, and that's where I stopped the video, because to the 4 people who watch my video and think it's okay, I'm also going to apologize for this. Sorry for not posting for let me check, for for a year. I don't know. I'm sorry, really inconsistent, so I'm very sorry. Just comment. So I don't actually. I understand if you hate me for posting again, but can you choose what, if you want Deku to get it or not, and if not, who should I give it to you to, and how should I buff them? I'll heart the comment, and I'll mention the idea and my take on it, because I might change it, because I might change how One for All works, simply because of what these Dekus work. So I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Have a great week, and I hope you stay safe. Peace out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.